Okay, I'm gonna do this story time because, yeah, we need a happy story time, so. Okay, so we're gonna do CG TCF 2013. Yeah, trending. And I'm doing a side ponytail because side ponytails are cool. Woo! And I'm gonna I always wear this freaking sweatshirt, but it's appropriate, okay? So, yeah. Friday we came in and we flew in, and anyway, so I get off the airplane and I'm texting Lindsay and I'm just like, oh my god, we're here, oh my god, and like it hasn't even hit me that I'm going to see Lindsay and the lady and everybody, and I'm just like, oh my god. So we were in like the same terminal, but we couldn't like meet up because she's like, I'm in front of this big bookstore, and I'm like, I'm in front of this bookstore, and no, you're not. I don't know what kind of paradox you're in, but you're not. I don't know how that's possible because I'm tiny and you were not. So, but apparently she saw me, and then she's like, well, just walk up a little more. So I walked up and saw Lindsay and freaked out. And then Delaney was there and we freaked out, and all together, and we were like, oh my god. And I was wearing this, and we took pictures, and it's really bad picture, and then everybody decided to like start posting the picture everywhere where I look like freak, where I'm like, except I was like, it was a bad picture, don't look for it. I was in the middle of tweeting DUBEZ and telling him that we were in town, and that since he could not be bothered to go to the show that we were going to, the least he could do was go have dinner with us. But apparently he had other plans. Okay, honestly, I was like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna come because he hates us. But I was sad, and yeah. But then Lindsay and Justine and the lady got to the airport, got to the hotel, and I was like, oh my god! So then we were like, hey, let's go to the holiday club. Okay, yeah. Ooh, I get a cab, jacket. It's freezing. We jump out of the cab, and we see the holiday club. So we get to the holiday club. And we walk in, and we are literally the only people there. Literally. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying it was like kind of dead. We were literally the only people in the entire place. Later, I figured out it's because it's a bar. It's actually a bar or more of a bar. So I guess it picks up at like 8, 9, 10-ish. So we got there, and the lady's like, oh, hey, yeah, piss, say wherever you want. Okay. By the way, can I see your IDs? Like, oh, they're not 21. And she's like, oh, well, that's okay. No big deal. I'm guessing she said that because we were the only people there. Anyway, I forgot her name, but she was really nice, so thanks for letting us eat there. Yeah. So, we're sitting there going, oh my god, we're at the holiday club. We're at the holiday club. Oh dear god. And the whole time we're sitting there going, oh, I kept sitting there because we were right by the window and we're like by the street. And I'm like, is Jeff gonna come in here? Is Brian Holden? Hey. And we kept tweeting the Star Kids, and we're like, there's nobody here, so maybe, you know. Yeah, it didn't happen. Anyway, and we took Sweetie to the holiday club, and it was really embarrassing. Okay. Hear me out here, okay? If they go there as much as they say, then obviously the people at that establishment know who they are, right? That would be my thinking, right? So I wanted to ask the waitress, you know, hey, so these kids that come in here all the time, are they really nice? And then everybody else is like, no, don't do that. So yeah, after that, we went back to the hotel, and what did we do? We watched Holy Musical Batman. Yay! we've never been able to watch it in the same room together. So we put it on, you know, we got all snuggly and comfy, and we watched it, and I don't even, yeah, like Delaney and Lindsay took videos of it, and I don't know why they're not posted. I don't know. They need to be posted because it was something to be seen. It really was. Of course, you know, we're sitting there going, oh my god, we're gonna meet them tomorrow. We're gonna meet her, and oh my god, we're gonna meet Jeff tomorrow. The next day comes, and they went and did stuff during the day. I don't know what they did. I woke up, and Lindsay and then came back, and so we started getting ready. So we got ready, and I finally decided to wear the dress that I did, because the original poofy dress that I was going to wear was very flamboyant and very cute, but this dress that I had was it was more flatter. This pirate hooker dress. If you've seen it, I don't know, you can kind of tell in the videos and the pictures, but I put it, okay, just to put it this way, I put it on to like ask the Candy Girls approval, and I'm like, what do you think? And Justine's like, bang, all you see is boobs. I'm like, yes. I'm gonna be like, hey Jeff, boobs, yeah, what? Yeah, because that totally worked. But anyway, so we go to the thing, and we get there, and we were just waiting in line, and I was like, okay, there's like 30 minutes before they even let us in, and we need, anyway, and I'm an addict, so I need coffee, and there's a Starbucks downstairs, so I'm like, I'm gonna go get Starbucks. Okay, so we're going down to go get coffee, and then Delaney's like, I'll tag along, but Justine and Lindsay wanted to stay, so they were staying in line, and we were gonna go down. So we're going on the escalator down, and I'm just like, checking my phone, you know, and then I look up, and I see this blonde coming up on the escalator, and I'm like, that's Denise Donovan, that's who that is. Okay, alright, well, fuck. As usual, I didn't know how to react to the situation. And you know, I didn't want to just ignore her, so she was kind of coming up, we were going down this way, and as we kind of passed, I just went, hi Denise, and she went, oh hi, are you guys excited for the show? And I'm like, yeah. And Delaney loves Denise Donovan, and she's never met a Star Kid, so she's all excited. She's like, oh my god. That poor girl is about to walk upstairs, and all these girls are going to start screaming. I'm like, oh lord. Denise! She was like, hey. I was like, cover your ears. And she was like, oh my god, no, you're so funny. I'm a twat. Coffee, and then Victoria's like, I have to pee, and I need to go check myself. So, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm like checking my makeup and stuff, and then I hear screaming. So I'm like, oh god. I'm like, okay, well, Walker probably came, or Holden, or, you know. Because where the bathroom is, it's down the stairs, and it's like right next to the front door of the club, or the door of the club auditorium. So obviously when we come out, we're going to see them and pass the whole thing. So I'm just like, and it's not Joe Walker or Brian Holden, it's Jeff Blim. And I'm like, okay. And per my usual seeing Jeff, apparently I just have to yell his name. Hey, Jeff! And then he turns around and he's like, oh, hey. He's probably thinking, shit. Not this girl again. No. And I don't really know. I don't know if he, maybe he didn't recognize me because he kind of did the whole, hey, you? Yeah. Then I went like this and I was like, hey, wait. And then I turned around. Can you see it? Can you see it? This is the kid. He was like, shut up. And I was like, yeah, cool. And he was like, well, I'll find you after the show. And I was like, yeah. Or we'll find you. But he walked away. And I let all fucks go. Because I just ran up the stairs and I just went, oh my god! They were like, we just saw Jeff. And I was like, I just talked to him and he saw me. And oh my god. Yeah. Of course, because I have made all this noise and we're being extremely obnoxious now, these girls behind us, or these girls up at the front, come up to us and they're like, hey, you guys are the Candy Girls, right? Like, yep, that's who we are. Yep. Yep. So they're like, hey, well, we're doing a podcast for this thing, and it's Fangirlology. Go check them out. They're awesome. So we're just kind of interviewing different kinds of fans, and hey, we would love to interview you. And we're like, yeah, you would. Obviously, because we are so important, we're getting interviewed. People know who we are. I'm just saying. And they're like, hey, who's your favorite Star Kid, Jeff? You want to think about? No. Well, what about no? No. Anyway, you can look it up and see the podcast. And we were really trying for that center table, but it wasn't happening. So we ended up being set off to the side, like to the left side of the stage, which turned out to be like the best thing ever because it was the side that Jeff was on like 90% of the time. But yeah, we got the best seat for us in the house because I'm kind of obnoxious, I'll admit, but with people that I know, I'm just no fucks are given. And I'm just the center of attention, period. So, I'm being very obnoxious and loud and friendly. And this poor girl was sitting by herself, and she came by herself, and she got sat with us. And I was just like, this girl's gonna hate us by the end of this. But she was really nice, and she kind of looked like Allie from the Glee Project. She was really sweet, and I forgot her name. But you're awesome. Oh, and we make friends with our waiter, whose name is Joel, who looks exactly like Joel McHale. I didn't see Joel the last time we went either, and I was really sad. And I wanted to get his number, and I didn't. So, Joel, if you're out there, look me up. Yeah. Alright, so, Lindsay says that she's gonna go look at the merch stuff, and I'm like, I really don't need merch. Like, really? Like, we're here. It's okay. We're gonna get a signed program. I'm alright. So I was like, I don't really want to go. I'll just sit here. And so they went, and I'm talking to this girl. My phone rings, and I see it's Lindsay. See, Lindsay is calling me while she's out there, and I'm like, nah. Like this has to be good. This means something. What, Lindsay? What? What is happening? She's like, Dubes. What? Dubes is here. Dubes outside by the merch table. Scan and Dubes and Molly all here by the merch table. Get out here. Boom! Drop. Oh no, I'm still holding the drink. I was looking at drinks. Oh wait. Okay, so wait. Before this, back up. Before all this, we were sitting down and Barty came up to us and was like, Lindsay, and I was like, Barty, oh my god! And we like bonded, and she was sitting like a little way over here. And we were over here. Dubes, out by the merch table. Go. Book it. So, I get up, and I'm booking. I run out. I don't even think. And I see Lindsay, and I'm like, Lindsay, what? Where? And she goes, and I look across. So I look over, and I see that Marty Dubin, Marty Scanlon, and Molly Scanlon are standing there. I'm like, oh god, okay, alright, okay. I was more excited to see Verse Factory than any member of StarKid. Like, I'm not even going to pretend that I was not. I couldn't even think straight. I just kept going, okay, alright, I'm holding the drink menu, and I can't, and Dubes is right there, and I can't. Dubes is right there, he's right there, okay. And I kept trying to, like, not stare at him. You know what? You did this, Dubes. You did this. You lied. You lied to us. You knew this was gonna happen. You knew that you were gonna come. Because I am cool. I leaned over the thing and I'm going, Dubes! And these people in line are probably just going, what the fuck? What is wrong with you, person? Who the hell are you yelling at? Dubes. Poor Dubes. He is so embarrassed. He was just not having it at all. He was just like, nope. He was like, yeah, okay, hi guys, hi, yeah, okay, stop. Yeah, well, you brought it on yourself, Dubes. Just saying. Barty has seen me come out here. She followed me, didn't even know what was going on. She was just like, what's happening? I'm like, DUBEZ is over there. She's like, oh god. She's like, oh god, okay, if I pass out, somebody hold me. And I'm just like, DUBEZ, oh my god. Barty's scared, ah. And I'm like, can we get a picture? And he's like, no. He's like, can we do it afterwards? And I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, that would probably be okay. That'd probably be better. Since we're not crazy. And they got mobbed going in, and I was just like, that is the cutest thing ever. Because they were so, I just love them so much. They were fangirled over, and they were getting stopped when they were sitting down, and I was just like, oh. I guess that's all that happened. And then the show started, and I was just like, now, reminder, I had never actually seen Jeff acting or on stage right in front of me. Like, right in front of me. And I'm just looking at Lindsay. And Lindsay and I have bonded over this man. Like, he is the reason that we are friends. And I'm holding her hand, and it was just so beautiful, and I'm going to cry, because this is really ridiculous. But I'm going to cry, because it was just that kind of moment, full circle. Holding Lindsay's hand, watching Jeff Blim right in front of us, and I'm just like... Of course, drinky set in. I was like, I have to touch him. So I'm sitting there going... And Justine's going, stop it. And also, there's one skit in it where Jeff is trying to untangle all these Christmas lights. The Christmas lights, like, right in front of us. Like, right. I'm not joking. Like, here. Like, there. So, over and I go, do you need me help? Justine's hand just goes, boom! She meant to punch me, but she actually did. She punched me in the face. So there was intermission, and I've had, drinkies, so I want a cigarette. So I'm like, I'm gonna go have a cigarette, and smoking a cigarette, and I'm just taking a video of the skyline, and then I hear somebody coming up the steps on the stairway, backstage stairway. Okay, somebody is about to come out here. I don't know who it is, but okay. Door opens. Out comes Nick Strauss. This is why, children, you should start smoking. Because it's always a conversation starter. I'm just saying. I'm horrible. Nick comes out and I'm like, hey, what's up? He doesn't know who I am. We've never met. Why do I assume that he knows who I am? Why do I assume that he knows that I know who he is? Yeah. I don't know why I don't know. And he was like, oh, hey. And I guess at that point he assumed that I knew who he was. And he was like, you enjoying the show? And I was like, oh, no, not at all. No, it kind of sucks, actually. I'm really upset that I paid for the VIP tickets and a flight from Texas. Obviously, I was joking. Calm down. That's funny, yeah. Wait, you're from Texas? Yeah, we're from Texas. Yeah, I came here with my sister and my friends and came to see it. And he was like, oh, that's so cool. Do you like the weather? And I'm like, no, actually I don't. Really don't. It's really cold and I don't like it. And he was like, what are you talking about? This is t-shirt weather. No, it's not. No. So, and he was like, so what else did you guys do? Oh, we went to the holiday club last night. It was really cool. I was really excited. And he was like, oh, yeah? Did you like it? And he was like, I was like, yeah, they carded us, but they did, we're not all 21, but there was nobody there. So I guess she didn't care. And he was like, wow, well, you guys are luckier than Evie Lynch. Okay. He's like, you know who she is, right? And I'm like, yeah, I think I've heard of her. So she's like, yeah, she rented out the holiday club for her 21st birthday, and they didn't let her in. First of all, Wouldn't you have figured that out before you actually got there? I'm just saying. Second of all, it's Ivana Lynch. I was like, wow, well, if I was her, I would have said, I'm Luna Lovegood, bitch. And he's like, yeah, I'm kind of a bitch, but yeah. So then he was like, oh, well, I'm going to go in. And I was like, okay, well, I'll come find you after the show. And he was like, okay, cool. See you then. And I was like, okay, all right. That's why I smoke. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I just met Nick Strauss. And they're like, what? No, yeah. Yeah, me and Nick, we're like this now. Yeah, totally. Totes. The show started to end, and I was just like, okay, we need to go. We need to book it. We need to go. We need to go now. Now we need to run. Go. And I'm like, okay, where's Dubes? Where is Dubes? Where is he right now? Where? That Dubes and Scan and Molly have kind of like gotten a crowd of... They've got a crowd of fangirls, like, hanging around them. And I'm like... apparently, they didn't realize that they were going to get mobbed. You're awesome. Sorry. So they were moving to, like, make way. It's very weird with us and Marty, Dubin. We are really big fangirls of him, but, like, I've talked to him more. Like, I've talked to him on Twitter, and we kind of have sort of a friendship thing. On my end, anyway. Not really sure how he feels about it. So, I didn't know if I should be like, oh my god, it's Dubes! Oh, hi, I'm a really big fan. Or if I should be like, Dubes! And, like, you know, high-five him or something. And also... I kind of get on him a lot, and recently found out that he had a girlfriend who was in town. And, yeah, I probably hit on him inappropriately, so I didn't know how to react in that situation in real life. I wanted to give him a hug, because I knew I figured out how tall he was, and I was just like, this is going to be hilarious. So, I was like, can I give you a hug? And he was like, of course you can give me a hug. Yes. So I hugged him. I hugged Marty Dubin. Oh my god, Dubes, why are you here? And he was like, I was always planning to come tonight. Dubes, you got us. You got us, man. That Dubes. And then when I was like, I told Marty and Molly, and I was like, World's Worst Musical is amazing. Oh my god. I asked them to sign my World's Worst Musical DVD when they sent me for the backer status, and she was like, oh no, we already put them in the boxes. I'm so sorry. And ironically, when I emailed her and asked her about that, I was like, well, hey, that's cool. Maybe I'll see you guys at A4B and you guys can sign it then. So instead of doing that, she sent me the box, and they all signed the box. And said, we tried to sign the DVD, but it's locked in this casing. It's funny. You guys are the worst. Like, can I get a picture with you, Scan? And he was like, of course you can, Felice. Marty Scanlon knows my name. Marty Scanlon knows my name. He knows who I am. Oh, that's so bad. And they're like, oh my god, Jeff's over there. Okay. We've got all this crap. We need to give it to him later. We need to let him do his thing, you know? And obviously the rest of the girls have never seen Star Kid before, so they want to meet all them. So they run up, and I run into... Okay, and I run into Schwimmer, and I really expected Schwimmer to be, like, more sarcastic and, like, a douchebag. But he was really sweet. Like, really nice in person. And I just was, like, so floored. Like, Schwimmer! And he was like, oh, hey! And I was like, you hate me, don't you? He was like, no. David Schwimmer is a great actor. I love being compared to him. I knew he was going to kill me. And I took a picture with Meredith. Meredith's like, you smell like a memory. And I'm like, wearing Paris Hilton. She's like, oh, well, it smells nice. And I'm like, smell like a whore. She's like, no, you don't. Yeah, I did, Meredith. While we were waiting in line, we see Denise Donovan come back. Like, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. I'm like, of course, I have to say something. I know that there is a confession out there about people discussing Donna Blim with Denise. The only reason I brought up Donna Blim is because there are people out there who decided to tell her that we had a problem with it. Don't know where that came from, but apparently somebody took it upon themselves to tell her. I took it upon myself to clear that up. Hey, Denise. Hey, guys. And I'm like, look, I just want you to know that we have no hate for you. We love you. You're awesome. Donna Blim forever. Hey, you guys are Donna Blim? That's cool. And then I turned around and I showed her, like, oh, you guys are the candy girl. Oh, yeah. You're gonna kill me. And we looked at each other and we're like, we're the candy girls. We're those girls. Better or worse. So apparently, afterwards, she took off. I don't know if that's correlation with the fact that we were there and she didn't want to get jumped, or the fact that, I don't know, maybe she was tired. Sorry. We really weren't going to do anything, I promise. So I'm standing up on the stage, okay, because I'm short, okay? And so I wanted to stand above the crowd to see, scope it out, see who was with. And I'm holding candy. And Lindsay's like, get down here, get down. I can see up here. If I get down there, I can't see any. And in the middle of doing this, Jamie Lynn Beatty has noticed, obviously, because we're making a scene. She looks up and she sees candy and she's like, oh my God. She's like, oh my God, did you make this? And I'm like, yeah. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, my friend from Canada did. See, we have a sweet tooth one too. And she's like, oh my God, that's so cute. Oh my God, did you give it to Jeff yet? No, we haven't seen Jeff yet. Oh my God, well, you totally should. Yes, I know we should. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We get a picture of you guys with it together. And she's like, oh my God, yeah, let's find him. But of course, they're all being mobbed, so they get taken away. And I'm still holding Sweetie because I'm like, I don't want to give it to him. I kept running into Jeff, and I didn't want to talk to Jeff until, until we could just, like, have a nice conversation. So I was just trying to avoid him at all costs. Every time I do see him, I'm like, don't leave. Don't. In mind, I was thinking, you're seeing me now, so obviously you think you can leave. You didn't want to. I don't know how it worked in my mind, but every time I would say that, he was like, I'm not leaving, okay? Like, if he was if he attempted to leave, like, we would have loved him. So then it started, like, everybody started to go home, and it got down to Joe Walker had like a crowd of fangirls, and Jeff had a crowd of fangirls, and I'm just like, no. At one point, I just sat down because I knew he wasn't going to leave, and there, and they all went to go get a picture with Chris Allen, and I just like, and he left, and I just wanted to be like, okay, Chris, I'm sorry, I don't hate you. And then I thought I could make it up at the next one, but then he didn't go, so. Just kidding, Chris, I love you. Not really. There's videos of what we gave him. There's videos of us hanging out with him. He was so nice. He didn't have to stay. He didn't have to stay as long as he did. He could have just, like, come out, taken a picture with everybody, and then been like, oh, this is so cool. You guys have a safe trip. Bye. No. What he did was he stood there, listened to all of our spiel, answered questions, talked, laughed, got our gifts, made like 3 shout out videos, called Gina, what else? And he was just really, really sweet about the whole thing. And I was just, you could tell that he wasn't really used to being, for lack of a better word, adored. Yeah. If you go back and look at it, as I have, you don't have to, but I do a lot. There are several moments when we mention seeing him together or fangirling over him or stuff like that, that he makes this really, really uncomfortable laugh. Especially when we freaked out about seeing him in Holy Musical Batman. And it's just the most uncomfortable laugh I've ever heard. I was really floored. Because, all the times that we've seen him on Cup, especially, he's just like a snarky douchebag. And like he's really sarcastic, you know, he acts like he's full of himself. So I'm thinking, obviously, he's used to being loved and adored, and obviously he thinks he's hot shit. But he doesn't. Like, he couldn't even fathom the fact that 4 girls from around the country came to see him. I say all this because when we first left, it was really upsetting. I don't know why I was upset. You should be happy that this guy's not an asshole. Hello? You should be happy that he's a nice guy. But I was like, what is this? No, you're not supposed to be shy and sweet and no. Be a snarky douchebag, god damn it. I don't know. Afterwards, now I understand. Now I get it. Now I appreciate the fact that he is not actually a dick. And that he's a sweet guy. And I really, you know, he's Jeff. Yeah. I guess that's it. And then the next day we left. Sadness. All in all, I have to say, it was one of the best weekends of my life. And I was so glad that I got to meet this guy that changed our lives, and we got to meet him together. And that's never going to happen again, obviously. Thank you, Jeff, for putting up with us. I hope we didn't make you too uncomfortable. Hope to God that you enjoyed hanging out with us and you didn't feel obligated to. Yeah, look. The point of this is, I understand people that are fans of JEFF BLIM that do not want to be candy girls. They don't want to be associated with the name. They don't want to be called candy girls. And most of the reason is to not be associated with us, especially me. Particularly me. Only me. But the fact of the matter is that the candy girl name is what Jeff knows. Jeff knows the candy girls. He knows who they are. He knows who we are. And, you know, it's just easier for him to associate people that know him and like him with that name. So, you know, if you don't want to be a part of that, that's fine. That's totally fine. That's your prerogative. Do whatever you want. Be a JEFF BLIM fan. Be a Blimatic or a Blim whatever. Blim obsessed person. But there's no process of joining the Candy Girls. I mean, it's one of those things. If you say you're a candy girl, you're a candy girl, basically. If you come up to one of us and start talking to us, okay, we're going to talk back. We're not going to be like, oh my god, go away. We're not. I don't know how that got started, or the people think that, but it's not true. The girls that I went with on this trip and the girls that I have made friends with because of Jeff and through the Candy Girls are the sweetest girls in the world. But yeah. But I love them, and I'm so glad that I got to share this with them. And I hope that someday that we can do a Candy Girl reunion or some kind of thing in Chicago where all of the Candy Girls, or a big chunk of us, can all get together and hang out and party and, you know, just hug each other and love each other and see Jeff. So, I love you guys. Miss you. That was the GTC 2013.